Welcome back to Heart Speak. It has been over a year since I did one of these Heart Speak videos, and I'm so happy to be here now because this is so needed. Heart Speak is just basically flow. It's just basically allowing what wants to come through to come through. For me, because I'm such a free spirit, sometimes structure can drive me insane. Structure can drive me up the wall, and I just I hate it. 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 No, let me not say that. I don't hate it. I need spontaneity. I need to be able to be into this place of where things can just flow. Things can be like the book I wrote called Divine Downloads, where it's just download it into your stream of consciousness and then you release it out into the world. And in most cases I can do that. But sometimes it's hard because you want to get structured. You want to have a certain a certain thing that you can say that you know is what's going to help the individual watching it. And so, I understand we need structure sometimes, but it's just fun to be free. It's fun to sit in front of the camera and wear a baseball cap and wear sunglasses and wear bandanas and necklaces. These necklaces are just the coolest. It's like jasper and quartz. But anyway, that's why I'm here, because I'm allowing my heart to speak directly to you. I'm not calculating what I'm trying to say. So if something feels like it went completely off in a different direction, that's exactly what needed to happen. And it wasn't something that I had to stop, look down, look to the side, look up, and think about what I was going to say, because I just want to be completely and fully organic and authentic with you. Not that I am any of the other times, but this is more so just being in that essence, allowing it to resonate. So whatever comes to my mind, I'll talk about it. Whatever really inspires me to come forth with, I'll discuss it, and whether that's sports, whether that's politics. Well, I think I'll stay away from politics because people are really wired about two things: politics and religion. I never forget one of my mom's best friends. Her and that guy got into a fight over the presidents at the time. I think it was, or the guys running for presidents. It might have been Bush and Dukakis. This is how long ago it was. Some of you might not even be alive, have been alive at that point. But they got into a fight, and right then and there, I think I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. I was like, God damn, do not get into a fight over politics and religion if you want to keep your friends, right? You can agree to disagree, but don't get into a fight because it will get ugly. It will get serious. And it's one of those things that I remember so vaguely. I mean, so clearly, not vaguely, but so clearly that I'm you know what? Life is too short to devote that much energy into something that doesn't even necessarily directly affect you, so to speak. So why are people so hot wired about it? But anyway, that is something that I'll leave alone. Politics, religion. I've had my feel of religion growing up Christian. And so I'm kind of at a place now where, like I said, I'm more of a free spirit. I'm more of just building my relationship with the divine. And at the end of the day, it's all about this. It's all about love. The more love you can spread to people, the more love you can give to people, the more you can be love, a space of love for people, the better your life seems to get. It's just when there's stipulations and there's parameters on how you can be love, how you can access love in your life or give love in your life, it just kind of becomes a whole bunch of bullshit. And you can feel it. The most amazing thing about living in the universe and being a divine being, as we all are, is that you can feel when shit's not right. You can feel when shit's not right. It resonates. Your heart will let you know. Your heart will turn into this sassy sister girl that says, no, no, and more no. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You better not do that. And if you do that, I'm going to whoop your ass. So, exactly. Maybe that's just how my heart feels when I'm doing something I don't necessarily feel like is right for me. But you got to feel into it. You got to feel into what is right for you. And so, it's funny because I just did a podcast. It's called the Ultimate Manifestation Podcast that I've been doing here for a couple months. Matter of fact, since the beginning of the year. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. That's not a plug, but I definitely want you to check out my podcast. So anyway, I did one talking about manifestation and desire and the feeling and like letting go and stuff. And it's important for us to not, I like to call hijack, a moment or a feeling, but to like when we notice it, when it pops up into our heads, like our thoughts, because we think about the same shit all the time. Like there's no place in time where we're not thinking about the same stuff. But when you think about it, just really feel into it. And like the most valuable thing you can do is set an intention and write it down and just feel that thing as it arises. See, I'm more now allowing myself to just feel stuff, just like allow it to come through and to feel it and then to release it and then to move on. Because here's what I noticed about my life in general. When I get attached to stuff, I get completely derailed. I get derailed in a way that basically throws everything off. Like for the longest time, I was just in this position of, well, I just got to be an actor. I just got to be an actor. I just got to be an actor. I just got to be a fitness professional. I just got to be a fitness professional. I just got to be a fitness professional. I just got to be a writer. I got to be a writer. I got to be a writer. All these identities, all these labels, I would get so one-track minded in being stuck in being that thing because I thought like that thing was my savior. That thing was going to take me to new heights or new levels. But the truth of the matter is, it ain't got shit to do with none of those things. It's me that's going to take me to a higher level as one of those things. So when I stopped and I refused to like give all my power away and become so attached to it, like I've got to be like this creative entrepreneur and such, and then what? Like you reach these goals and you do these things, and then you're like kind of, okay, what's next? What other thing can I adopt to be, to find myself? When in actuality, you just connect to your heart, man. You just look within and you find everything you need. And the most important thing with connecting to your heart, when your mind, your heart, and your body align, the most important, most significant thing that could ever happen that trumps all this shit, no pun intended, that basically just takes care of everything, is you realize that you are enough. You realize that you are enough. You realize that all the other shit doesn't matter. All that matters is the fact that you are love, you get to show love, you get to be love, you get to share love, you get to bask in love. And from love comes all the really good stuff, like the stuff you really need. Give you an idea. So the more I started loving myself, the less I became a consumer in the sense of just buying shit just to be buying it. I remember going to the store and I would be like backhanding shit up into my car, and my wife would just be looking at me all crazy, like, what are you buying? What are you getting? I was like, oh, these cookies were here, so I just need to get them, So I begin to love myself more, begin to love myself from the inside out. And I started asking myself, is it in my highest good to really get these delicious chocolate chip, soft, moist cookies at this time and place? And it would confirm to me, just with a simple yes or a simple no, and it would confirm to me and let me know if it was right or not right. And so by simply loving myself and simply implementing that idea, I was able to not be such a consumer and not to like look for validation and approval and all this shit that you can't get outside yourself, but your ego makes you think you can get it outside yourself. I could get all that stuff in here, and I didn't need anything else to fill that void, right? And that came from just connecting to my heart. And that's what Heart Speak is all about, because we're living from the heart. We're being honest. Like, there's been no structure. I've cursed in this video. I'm wearing sunglasses, for God's sake. But I love wearing sunglasses, and I feel cool wearing sunglasses. I love baseball hats, and I feel cool wearing baseball hats. I love wearing earrings. I love having my hair all wild and crazy because that makes me free, and I just love all those things. And in this video, I can do all those things Actually, I do it in the other videos as well. So, but truth of the matter is, be free, be connected to your heart, be ready and willing and able to accept whatever emerges, because that's what counts, man. That's what counts. Like when you do that, life opens up for you and life becomes so much more enjoyable. And the truth of the matter is, you don't need anything outside yourself. You don't need anything outside yourself. Think about that. And I'll catch up with you later on the next episode of Heart Speak. I like to sing. Could I give you a song today? I remember there was a time I was auditioning for something. And the lady would like looked at me, she said, okay, your speaking voice sounds amazing. I want to hear you sing. I'm like, okay. And I like, shoo-doo-da-doo, shoo-doo, shoo-be-doo, ba-doom-doo, shoo-doo, shoo-be-doo, ba-doom-doo. And I was trying to do all like the different voices or whatever. And I was like, in the still of the night, I held you tight. Oh, I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go in the still of the night. Something like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to go live your life. You're going to live your life from the heart. And I will catch up to you soon. Take care.